Well, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Well, as anticipated, Dalton Schultz has been franchise tagged by the Dallas Cowboys. $10.8 million. He will be back one way or the other unless they decide to release the tag, which at this point I don't think that they will. I think once that Dalton Schultz um, we ended up finding that Blake Jarwin having the hip injury, of course, releasing Amari Cooper as well was pretty much, yeah, we got to bring him back. He was a good pass catcher, not a guy that breaks a lot of tackles, not a guy that makes a lot of great blocks. But for me, I think the Cowboys, what they'll need to do is they'll need to look at getting another tight end, either through free agency, and there are going to be some good ones that are out there, or in the draft. There's also a lot of good tight ends, and tight ends are something that you can get in the second, third round, sometimes even the fourth round. And this is a deep draft for tight ends. Dan Orlovsky pointed out, and I've talked about 12 personnel a lot. I've always liked 12 personnel because of the versatility of it. And when you think about, I want you to think about back in the day for New England when they had Hernandez before he went postal and Gronk, and having that two tight end set where tight ends have become as important, if not more important, than wide receivers. Um, you look at most of the recent history of Super Bowl teams, they all have a great tight end, and they use them, especially when it comes crunch time, as the security blanket. You know, Jay Novacek was the original security blanket for quarterbacks, and tight ends are important, ones that can catch the football as well as block. See, for the Cowboys, here's the thing. Our offense does very little disguising. We don't use enough motion or pre-snap changes, and our creativity isn't typically there. At least with the 12 personnel, you can be a run formation where you've got numbers to go against 8 men in the box, or you can end up using it as a passing formation because you have pass catching tight ends. You know, when we had Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, you're actually pretty good with those two receivers, and then Dalton Schultz added to the mix. And if you have Tony Pollard as a running back, you know, and you had Blake Jarwin, you actually could have 5 wideouts out of that formation. And if you're going against an 8 men in the box, then you've got the advantage. And that's why 12 personnel works really well. You come out in straight 5 wideouts, then of course the other team's going to be a nickel. So you're going strength against strength, as opposed to being able to do the opposite of what the defense is doing. So we'll see what other moves the Cowboys are going to be making. I think now that they've gotten Dalton Schultz tagged, as soon as they get Michael Gallup's deal done, I think you're going to all of a sudden, fast and furious, start seeing deals being done left and right. So we'll be keeping up with all of this, and we'll be bringing it to you as fast as it happens. And I got to get out in the workshop because Mr. Diaz needs a butcher block along with some other people. See you soon.